Forecast with meteorologist Alex Puckett.
We're going to start off with Florence this afternoon. Very, very large hurricane. For just size comparison, you just look at this and see that this thing's much bigger than the state of North Carolina itself at this point. So very impressive looking storm this afternoon, no doubt about that. Very dangerous storm as well. Maximum winds on this 105 miles an hour, pressure at 955 millibars. You can see the radar here. You can see the eye really well on the radar. It's not showing up as well on satellite. It's sort of clouded over, if you will, but you can see it on the radar here. You can also see some of those outer bands starting to make their way towards the North Carolina coast. So here's what winds have been doing on the coast of North Carolina just over the past 12 hours. You can notice those winds starting to tick up, and now those winds are pretty close to tropical storm force pretty much across coastal North Carolina. Wilmington at 44 miles an hour, Morehead City, North Carolina at 48, and Cape Hatteras 42 miles an hour. So we've been noticing those winds continue to trend upwards. Here's forecast cone. Again, this thing's going to slowly make its way off to the west towards the North Carolina and South Carolina coast. But as we've been talking about, it's going to start to slow down significantly around landfall, and that means that we're going to be dealing with the wind, the rain, and the surge for a longer period of time where this thing does make landfall. Speaking of surge, here's our thinking. The worst of the surge going to be in northern South Carolina, southern North Carolina, and potentially from areas around Cape Fear and Wilmington up to Cape Lookout. We could be talking about 9 to 13 feet of storm surge with this storm. So very dangerous aspect of this storm. Storm surge is usually the deadliest part of a hurricane. In our neck of the woods, not dealing with a hurricane, but we do have a few showers and thunderstorms that have popped up. These are pushing out of northwest Alabama into northeast Mississippi. Most of this rain now in far eastern Itawamba and Tishomingo counties. This is all moving from east to west. It's moving backwards, so if you're watching us in Fulton or Iuka, you might see a downpour here within the next hour or so. Temperatures sitting in the 80s. A lot of spots have climbed into the upper 80s already across our area. As we go through the day, here's how things are going to look through the rest of the day. Again, the Futurecast doing a pretty good job of picking up on that east to west motion with these showers and storms. These will be scattered today. Some spots will see some rain. Other spots stay dry as we go through the rest of the day. Temperature's going to top out around 90 today. We're going to stay in the low 90s over the next 7 days. We're going to enter a drier pattern as we head into this weekend and start of next week. We're going to have more midday coming up right after this.